When you face a life-threatening situation, your entire life flashes in front of your eyes. Last week, my grandparents came down to Bangalore to see how their grandson was doing. I was surprised. So much love. Now, usually a guy of my age would probably want to hunt love from anyone who is born half a century after my grandparents were born. But nevertheless, I was touched. You see, I am unmarried. Unmarried by choice. No giddy, not the girl's choice. My choice. After 2 days, my grandparents came to me and they said, we need to talk. With the face that a doctor would probably make to tell you that you have a hole in your heart. So I sat down and my grandmother says, we think you should get a soulmate. You want me to get a girlfriend? Call this chair, fellow bachelors, and all you other unfortunate people. All of you are happily married. And all you unfortunate people, you know what happened after that? I imagine this, my grandfather being my wingman in a bar. But then I also had to imagine my grandmother doing that. And let me tell you, my grandmother is a huge believer of astrology and palm reading. So imagine this, I'm standing in a bar, looking at a beautiful girl, right across the bar. And my grandmother rushes in, takes my hand and shows it to her. You see, my grandson's love line is so long and strong, and you see the way it intersects with the lifeline. And I had to tell her, Dadi, you have to ask for your hand in marriage, not give mine in all bars. But nevertheless, I think she would have continued. I imagine she would have continued. He works in SAP Labs, German MNC, 5th best place to work, second in IT sector, first for women. He can give you a referral, And the salary is in a That's not something that we are proud of. You can tell her about work from home, maybe. But, so I was surprised. And I asked my Dadi again, you want me to get a girlfriend? No. Boyfriend? No. Cat? No. We want you to get married. You know those life-threatening situations when your entire life flashes in front of you? Happy to say, I reacted quite maturely to my grandparents' wish. I just ran away like a little girl, screaming like a little girl and jumped outside the window. But for the next 2 days, I reacted very maturely. I left half-eaten dishes under my bed. I left wet towels on my bed. And my room looked like my wardrobe. I wanted her to get the simple message that I can't even take care of myself just yet. So the next day, I came back from work to my home and I see my grandmother is sitting on the couch talking very excitedly to a girl. So much enthusiasm she had never shown in talking to me, or for that matter even to my grandfather. Now usually, a girl sitting on my couch in my house is a very welcome idea. But I knew what my grandmother was doing. You know those times when you're faced with life-threatening situations and your entire life flashes in front of you? My fun, awesome, and too good to be true life of a bachelor flashed in front of my eyes. And I just lost it. Dadi, stop it! I do not want to get married. Please stop, I said, and threw my shoe across the hall. The girl who was sitting on the couch stood up, picked up my shoe, kept it on the shoe rack, walked up to me with battling eyelashes, and said, "Bhaiya, daily झाड़ू पोछा and twice पोछा. Okay, Now, I know, a lot of you must be thinking I am a little paranoid about marriage. But let me tell you, I have my reasons. First off, giving away this awesome bachelor life, where I can get down from the bed from both sides, where I don't have to clear my browsing history, and I don't have to give up my bachelor's degree, and the master's degree for that matter. But the best part of all, freedom. You think table topics can teach you to be quick on your feet? Keep a very beautiful girl, ask her to stay in your house and have your relatives give you a surprise visit. My friends, if you can walk out of that one, believe me, you can reach the division level of table topics without thinking. That's my secret, by the way. I had my relatives believe that a very beautiful girl was in my house, was my sister, who came there to look at my book collection. But I could not explain to them the pink towel, the pink slippers, and the pink teddy bear in my room. Even now, some of my relatives talk behind my back. Is she? They call me Kurkure. Tera hai, but mera hai. Second of all, let me use this platform to tell you right now that I am a person who has gained expertise in marriage and wedding. Let me tell you why. Because in the last few months, a lot of my close friends have got married and I have seen them transform. This one friend of mine who recently got married, before he got married, he was really down. He hardly used to speak. He did not like speaking and he hardly spoke anything serious. But now, he is the philosopher of our group. He says stuff like, life is short. I wish it was shorter. One time, a bunch of us were sitting. There were a few people who got recently married and a few of us were still awesome bachelors. And we were sitting in a bar and one of the guys said, recently married, whenever I have a fight with my wife, she locks me out of the room. The second friend said, whenever I have a fight with my wife, she locks me out of the house. My third friend said, whenever I have a fight with my wife, she usually comes to me crawling on her hands and knees. And I thought, wow, marriage doesn't sound that bad. It sounds awesome. And just when I was thinking this, he told me, and what my wife said is this, come outside from outside the bed. You can't hide there under the bed all night, you coward. Come out and fight like a man. And this guy used to be the one whom everyone feared in the hostel just a few years back. I did not want to go there. No, please, I'm happy where I am because let me tell you, friends, that marrying might be a part of living, but being an awesome bachelor, that's the art of living. My friends, you have wives and I have lives. But the biggest lesson from my bachelorhood is this, that live your life large because someday your life will flash in front of your eyes. Make sure it's worth watching. Over to you guys. Cheers.